So for today's meals, I'm actually just going to pick some things out of the pantry and try to create some yummy food with it. Both my sister and I are having a little bit of car trouble, so we've got to use what's on hand. And we're going to start with some breakfast. Oats are something I always have in the cupboard, so we're going to make some overnight oats, and we're going to start with 2 cups of rolled oats. A couple other ingredients that I always have in my cupboard are chia seeds and coconut sugar. So I'm going to put 8 tablespoons of each one in our bowl. I happen to have some cocoa powder in our cupboard today, so I thought it would be nice to add a little chocolatey flavor to this, and I'm going to put about 4 teaspoons of cocoa powder in there. I'm running a bit low on almond butter today, so I'm just going to use the rest of what was in the container, and it was a little under 1/4 cup. Now I'm just going to add a little almond milk to our mix. I'm going to reuse the same measuring cup since it's all going in the same place. And it looks like I might be using the rest of my milk today. I think we're going to get almost 2 cups out of it. Now I'm just going to mix all of these ingredients together. It would have probably been better if I'd gotten at least 1 more cup of milk in here, but I'm hoping that we have enough liquid to mix everything up. I have made this before, and it usually provides us with about 7 breakfast servings, so it lasts us all week long. Okay, I have some milk here in a box. I usually do not like to use a lot of dairy in my food. I just have some reactions to it at times, but this looks like it needs to be a little bit runnier, so I am going to go ahead and add an additional cup of just regular milk. Then I have some dark chocolate chunks in the cupboard, so I'm just going to pour some of those in there. It's really nice when you eat this and you get that surprise of a dark chocolate chip. Now I'm just going to cover this and put it in the fridge. For dinner meal prep, it looks like I have everything here in order to make the chicken salad recipe from Downshiftology. So I'm going to throw that together. I am using leftover chicken thighs instead of chicken breast for this recipe, but I've done that before and it still turns out great. I have some leftover almonds that I previously chopped up, so I'm going to put those in our bowl. I am also going to wash and dice up 3 stalks of celery. I went ahead and chopped up a green onion that I have in the refrigerator, along with the grapes that I had remaining. Just chopped them all up to add them to the bowl. I also went ahead and chopped up a little bit of parsley to provide some greens in our meal. Looks like there's a stem there I need to take out. I've added the 2 chicken thighs that I had left over in the fridge, and now I'm going to put a cup of mayo in here, and then a teaspoon of Dijon mustard. Put it in the fridge to cool off. I almost forgot to add my squeeze of lemon juice over the top. I just put half of a lemon on it. And then I will just serve this throughout the week on some yummy romaine lettuce wraps. So today I'm going to make a very modified version of my yummy avocado salad that I did on day 4, I think it was, of the reverse health diet. I've made it a few times since then and it's really good. First, I cooked some bacon in the oven, about 6 pieces, and crumbled it up. Then I made some hard-boiled eggs, 4 of them, and I didn't have onions, regular onions, or let's see, red bell peppers, that's what it was. So I just cut up the green onion that I had left in the fridge, and I'm putting it in our salad. I don't have any actual avocados, but I do have this in the refrigerator. We did not care for it as a chip dip, which is actually what made me think of the salad. So I'm just going to put some scoops in here. I put about 4 scoops of that in there, and I'm going to add a little salt and a little pepper, stir it up, and give it a taste. Alright, since I have breakfast, lunch, and supper all prepared, I'm going to work on a little dessert, a 2-ingredient brownie. The first thing I did was I took the rest of our dark chocolate chips, which ended up being about 1.5 cups, and I melted them down in the microwave in 20-second increments. Then I took 4 eggs and I separated the yolk from the whites. Now, I did get a little bit of yolk into our bowl here, but I think it will still work out okay. My eggs just weren't separating well today. I've made this before and usually it turns out great. My next step is to make stiff peaks out of our egg whites. The next thing I'm going to do is take the egg yolk, pour it in with the chocolate, and then stir it all together. Then I will fold the egg whites into our mix. Now that everything is all mixed up and ready, I just put some liners into my cupcake sheet and then I fill it up with the batter. And these turn out absolutely delicious. Now I have of course used all of my dark chocolate chips, but I like to sprinkle a few on top, so I looked in the cupboard and was able to find a few semi-sweet. So that's just kind of what I'm going to sprinkle on top to give an extra little bite. And you can make these smaller to make more, but I just choose to make them a little bit bigger.